What's the time frame like, including surgery length and recovery? So generally what people recommend is staying in Turkey for 9 nights. Usually people fly in the day of their consultation, they have surgery the next day, they have a week to recover, then they get their cast removed and they either fly out the same day or the next day. So whole process about 9 days. I stayed there for 10 days just to be on the safe side. A lot of people ask me about safety, and personally, I felt very safe there. Safety was not an issue for me whatsoever. Most people there speak a little bit of English, but not too much. But it wasn't really an issue. We were still able to get by. We used the Google Translate app, and we also learned a few basic words like hello, goodbye, thank you. Overall, language barrier was not a huge deal as long as you have some sort of translator on your phone. I stayed at the Bricks Hotel, which, not gonna lie, it was a little bit of a splurge, but I wanted the recovery process to be as comfortable as possible. They upgraded us to their business suite, which was so nice. We got a really nice city view. Honestly, I have no complaints about the hotel. The staff was great. The location was great. It was very close to everything that we needed. It was clean, comfortable. They have a huge room service menu. Can't tell you if the food was good because I didn't get a chance to try it until after surgery. And you can't taste or smell anything for a few weeks after surgery, so I could not taste any of the food. It was very sad. By the way, because there's so many clinics close by and the hospital is right there, most people are staying at the hotel for surgery, so there's people walking around with fresh hair transplants, with nose jobs, all sorts of things. So you're not going to feel embarrassed. Most people are there for the same reason as you. The next day was my consultation. He starts it off with looking inside your nose, and I actually found out that I have a slightly deviated septum. Or had. He took pictures of my face at every single angle with a very high quality camera that made sure to show every single hair in my mustache. How did you communicate exactly what you wanted? So I printed out pictures of his past patients that had a similar nose shape. I told him I wanted something natural, not a tiny nose. You know, I like the length of my nose. I know it's long, but it suits me. I just wanted no bump and a little bit of a lift, but to still look like me. He did a morph of my nose on the computer in front of me, and honestly, I think my result ended up looking better than the morph. Try not to overthink the morph too much. It's a estimate of your result, but it can never be exact. His assistant was there, who was also great. She's the one that I was communicating with the entire time on WhatsApp to arrange everything. Wait, big thing I forgot to mention. This entire thing is arranged on WhatsApp. All the doctors, you find them through Instagram. Most of them you find through Instagram. They have a number that you contact, and then you speak to their assistant over WhatsApp, and that's how this entire thing gets arranged. I know some people think that's kind of weird because it's so different from Canada, but that's how it's done there. After the in-person appointment, the assistant takes you to the hospital, which is only a 5-minute drive away, maybe even less, just to do a bunch of tests to make sure that you're okay and clear for surgery and in good health. You have to take a blood test, and they also make you take a PCR test. Yes, if you test positive for COVID, they will not operate. And that's why I have to reschedule my trip the second time, because I tested positive for COVID the day that I was supposed to fly out. What makes things even more complicated is that I've heard that some PCR tests can test positive for up to 3 months, so it's possible to fly all the way to Turkey and then test positive, and boom, now you can't get surgery. I was so paranoid about getting sick again and testing positive. I was like isolating for weeks before my surgery. I was scared, but thankfully everything came back clear and I was cleared for surgery the next day.